Greetings. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to solve an exercise from Hack Reactor's online software engineering immersive prep. Exercise 56, get all elements but first. Don't forget the fourth exercise. I'm going to adjust the windows and open the console. Instructions. Write a function called getAllElements but first. Given an array, getAllElements but first returns an array with all the elements but the first array. We can solve this using the splice method for JavaScript, and here we go with the MDN web docs. Let's read on this. The splice method changes the contents of an array by removing or replacing existing elements and or adding new elements. Scroll down. Scroll down and look at the syntax. We have array.splice, we have our start, delete count, and the items that we'll add. Those are the parameters. In our case, we're going to use the start and delete count parameters. We're going to start at 0 index because that's the first element, where the first element of the array is contained. And we're only deleting one item, that first element, and this should return the other elements in the array. So let's go back to our problem. Give me a moment to copy and paste some things, and I'll explain after. So, take the variable input up here. So right here, where you see var input and an array with 4 elements, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, this is that array that we're going to pass through the function. And what should happen, should we use this method properly, the splice method, it should return an array with 3 elements, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to delete this line here. I'm going to say array dot splice, start with the 0 index, only delete one element, and then return the array. So okay, here again we have an array. The name of the array is input. It has 4 elements. We have a function called getAllElements but first. It has one parameter, which is array. What we're doing here is we're taking that array and targeting the first element in the array at the 0 index, and we're deleting that element and returning the new array. Here we have var output, get all elements but first, with when you see input in the parentheses, that's the parameter we're passing. We're passing that array through, and we're gonna it's gonna carry out the functions. It's going to do whatever the code just tells it to do. The array dot splice that I just explained in the returning of array, and it's gonna output everything to the console. So everything should be cool. Let's run this. Cool. We got what we expected. Everything's done. You can find the explanation for this code in the description link of the YouTube video, as well as a link to it for CodePen and my GitHub. Thanks for tuning in, and happy coding. Peace.